Manila. This is Gabby Delmerced, and this is Power. Now we're back with my friend, pilot athlete extraordinaire, Kat Andrews. So ngayon, nasa gallery kami. As you can see, may magandang painting sa likod. Actually, galing kay Kat yan. Siya ang nagpinta yan. So we'll get back to you on why and how she did that. I wanted to go to the start on how it all began. Kasi ever since I've known her, she's been into sports. And sa alam ko, nagsimula ka sa motorbikes, di ba?
Yeah, so yung dad ko was a motocross racer. Tinuruan niya na ako 3 years old pa lang, and then by the time I was 5, I started racing na. Tapos puros boys pa yun, parang 3 lang yata kaming girls. That's been the journey of my athletic life ever since.
Journey of your athletic life ever since. So it opened doors. Aba. I knew your dad ever since. I mean, I remember sikat siya. He even had a bike shop where I have my bikes fixed. Long time ago, I used to ride and I used to have my bikes fixed in QC, which is their home. Can you tell us a bit about what type of sports you got into?
All my cousins noon na my age were all boys, and syempre they all wanted to play basketball. So I was playing basketball with them until college. And then after that, I tried surfing, I tried wakeboarding, and then I found rugby, which is what I fell in love with.
Bakit rugby? Kasi medyo, it's a rough sport, ha? I like rough sports, but rugby is like, really, it's extreme, no holds barred, there's contact and everything. Ba't napusuan mo ang rugby?
So far, siya lang yung nag-match ng adrenaline ng motocross.
Okay.
And then, it's also kind of addicting in a way kasi it's so challenging, and then it evolves lagi. Since it is team sport, isang player lang na pumasok na better than everyone else, the entire game changes na. So, parang you continuously have to get better and better and better.
What do you mean by, isang tao lang na pumasok na iba or like, is better, the whole game changes in terms of the dynamic?
For example, may mag-try na sprinter, for example.
Okay.
So, she's gonna be super fast, diba? So, ikaw rin, you need to start practicing sprinting.
Okay.
So, parang you're never the best or good enough kasi once someone comes in na sanay sa ibang sport, they kind of lift everyone up.
It's a very strategic game,
yes.
I guess what you're saying. Yung first love mo is motocross. Why did you stop with that and switch to something else?
So, around I think I was 9 or 10, my dad got into a motorcycle accident, so na-brain injury siya. So my parents made me stop. So after that, I was sort of like floating around looking for a new sport. Tapos yun, I found rugby through a friend na kainuman ko lagi actually.
Oh.
Yeah, so she was like, I'm trying out for the volcanoes ganyan. Sali ka kasi you play basketball, diba? So I tried out, tapos I never missed the training ever since.
Wow! Okay, interesting story. Marami talagang nagaganap once nag-iinuman. Maraming nabubuo, di ba? Very productive ba siya? Okay, the volcanoes, I've heard about the volcanoes. I know that they have a really good track record. Nakwento mo a while ago na medyo nananalo ka na nga with motocross. So, do you bring that to all your other sports or steady ka lang? Are you competitive as an athlete?
I'm super competitive, so ayoko patalo. All my teammates know that. Kahit sinasabihan kami ng coach namin na, let's have fun lang, ganyan. Nagbubulungan lang kami ng ibang teammates. Hindi, we have to win, do or die.
That's true. No such thing!
Yeah, no such thing!
Yeah.
No one goes to competitive sports to lose naman, diba?
Don't worry, I could relate to that.
I played with you. Do or die.
Do or die tayo, di ba? Yeah, we for those who are wondering, we play flag football together. Do or die.
Do or die.
So, ngayon na nag-volcanoes ka, I saw a recent photo on your Instagram that you guys won.
Yeah, so that's for locally. There's 2 major clubs right now that are battling. So it's us, Eagles RFC, and Makati Mavericks. So we're rivals. So we're the ones at the same level right now, na super rivalry, but we're all friends after.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I get that. And you're also with the national team,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah, with the Philippine volcano.
So the volcanoes, that's the official national
Yeah.
team. How do you guys train for that? Are there any upcoming tournaments ba?
So there's 7s aside and 15s aside. So
Mhm.
7s is every Monday, Wednesdays for 15s aside. There's an upcoming competition this October in Bangkok for
Oh,
7s
wow.
aside. Yeah, so they're training for that. I'm training for 15s this December.
Okay. Ano yung mas mabigat? Or it's like two different types of playing?
Yeah, it's two different types. So 7s is more fast-paced, more sprinting, more
Okay.
fancy footwork.
Mhm.
And then 15s naman is long run, more physical.
Okay.
So this one yung makikita mo sa photos ng rugby na cliche na with like
Yung mga
masaging ears.
cauliflower ears
Yeah,
and
blood
everything.
everywhere.
So
that's
dun ka
15s.
talaga sa
Yeah,
15s.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yan talaga yung hiling niya, di ba? Kamusta naman tayo in terms of Asia? I think rugby already parang nasa they're trying to put it in with the Olympics, di ba? Or something like
It's
that.
in the Olympics na.
It's already in the it's already in the Olympics. Kamusta naman tayo as in terms of that field? We think internationally we're doing well.
Right now, internationally, Southeast Asia, we're doing well.
Mm,
So last
nice.
SEA Games, nag-silver tayo.
Okay.
And kasi boys were gold, I think.
Okay.
So, that's good. And pero like in Asia level, when we played China, we got smashed.
China is the team to beat, no?
In Asia, it's Japan actually.
Japan is the team to beat.
Yeah.
Do you think that they're good because they're bigger, or what? What do you think is their edge
Well,
against us?
Japan and China kasi they're training their athletes for the long run talaga. So they're starting to recruit little kids.
Okay.
They're training them for
Parang yung 10,000 hours
Yeah,
type of thing. Okay.
Unlike sa Philippines right now, medyo nag-start na at middle
Yes, yes. Well, before this, I've known you to be a pilot. You've actually worked as a pilot. Can you tell us a bit about that? Paano mo naman napasukan yung pagkapilota mo?
My lolo was a pilot and then his dad was a pilot.
Mhm.
One day, out of nowhere, he asked me if I wanted to be the next Captain Andrews. I was like,
The next Captain Andrews. Okay.
Yeah, so yun. I went to La Union for 2 years, studied there.
In La Union?
Yeah, so surfing.
Parang ang sarap naman nun. That's the life, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
After that, I started working for private companies.
Mhm.
And then rugby happened.
And then rugby. So okay, rugby happened in a way that's why you stopped being a pilot?
Yeah, so I realized kasi when I got introduced to rugby na it has a time limit because my body can only be competitive at a certain age.
Yes.
Unlike flying, I can do it after. I can
Okay.
get back to it anytime. So,
Okay.
rugby na.
Gets ko yan. Gets ko yan. The sad to say, shelf life of an athlete,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Aging
limited.
athlete na nga.
Yes. I feel it in my bones. Okay, but I remember you were talking about a very interesting, like, you weren't just a pilot, hindi man lang siya commercial pilot na nililipad lang yung mga tao kung saan-saan. Ano siya, specific yung ginagawa niya for NOAA, no?
We did Project NOAA. So, we were the pilots flying mga cameras ng Project NOAA so they can check sa yung mga landslide prone areas, ganyan. The camera was so high-tech na it could take photos of yung mga leaves from all the way up to the sky.
Wow. Like, how high were you?
3,000 plus, 5,000.
Woo! High-tech nga yan. Medyo mahirap yan. Medyo makikita yung mga kung ano-anong mga chismis sa katawan. But speaking of that, you graduated from UP, no?
Yes.
Yeah, fine arts. So speaking of that, like, can you tell us a bit about your painting? Kasi it looks like it's shots from above as well, right?
So my paintings are all inspired of my flying experiences. So when you're flying kasi in like commercial airlines, parang all you see is clouds, right? But if you're landing na, you reach a certain height na parang magiging abstract yung landscape if you look down. So like with this one, this was a series of veins of Luzon because at 3,700 feet, yung rivers actually look like veins, like human veins.
Oh wow. I'll zoom it in a little bit so we could see. Look at the intricacy of that. That's some talent. It's beautiful that you were able to interconnect, you know, yung sky and everything. Ano ulit yung tawag mo sa series na to?
Veins of Luzon.
Veins of Luzon. Ang deep. You're also, you're an ambassador. For those who don't know, she is a Hershey ambassador, which is basically part of the LGBT community. Can you tell us a bit about that?
So Hershey Sportswear. So it's a sports bra binder company. From what I know is sila yung one of the first, I think, na nag-start ng mga sports bra binders in the Philippines. It's a really, really fun community kasi they get all these people around the LGBTQ community. So we have an MMA fighter, we have Isa Severa, singer, Marjolaine Vidal is also part of the Hershey community. So it's a really interesting group.
Speaking of like identity and everything, since you were a kid ba, did you already know who you were, or did you know na parang I lean more towards this and stuff like that?
I think I've known I like girls since birth.
Okay, since birth. Wow, that's a strong conviction right there. Okay.
Like kinder, nursery, nagka-crush ako sa female classmate.
A female classmate, so co-ed.
Nursery, I was co-ed. Kinder, I was Miriam na from there. And
you're a Noller?
yeah.
I had no idea! Okay. You're a Noller till what? Nag-high school ka rin doon?
Grade school.
Grade school. Okay.
And then from high school, medyo school hopping.
Don't worry, nag-campus tour din ako. I totally understand. Okay. Ever since you knew, was there any difficulty talking to your family about it? Or did you have to like come out? Or was it just something na parang, it's a given? Kasi since bata naman siya, na-feel na namin or something like that.
I feel like it's a given. Kasi ever since bata ako, they be teasing me na pag bad ka, bibilang ka ng Barbie for Christmas.
Wow! Yan yung parusa! Okay.
So, whatever. Gusto ko RC, ganyan. So I'll be nicer. Tapos when I got older, parang given na siya. Parang,
okay.
It's cat.
Okay,
cat,
so
cat.
It was normal for the family. They welcomed you with open arms and everything.
I think they blame my dad a little bit. Na parang ginawa mo kasing junior mo eh.
Well, that's a big shoes to fill if they're comparing you to your dad. Then how about your painting? Where did it all start? Kasi ang layo, parang 'di ba, sports, intense and everything, then biglang art.
Yung lola ko is a very quiet, well-mannered lady. Tapos turuan niya lang ako silently in one corner. This is how you paint, ha? Ganyan. Tapos I actually had a talent for it, I think.
Okay.
So that's the path I wanted to take for college.
Okay.
So I went to Fine Arts in UP.
Basically, your art side galing sa lola, your pilot side galing naman sa lolo, right? Close nga. Very close kayo.
Very influenced, heavily influenced.
Very influenced, yes. I wanted to ask a quick question. Like for you, what is your definition of power?
I think power is the courage to try and try again. To fail.
Try and try again, yeah.
A lot of people kasi they're too scared to try. Na parang, I'm not good enough. Baka I'm not fit enough. Baka I'm this and that. Pero, if you don't try, you won't get good talaga. If you don't try, you won't get fit talaga. Trying is power.
Trying is power. Yeah, that's a very real statement right there. That's a statement wherein you say because you've experienced it.
Yeah.
Galing. Okay, so the next question na gusto ko itanong is, from the very beginning, na-feel ko na you're very sure of yourself. Alam mo na kung sino ka. Meron ka bang pwedeng i-alay sa mga kabataan ngayon? Aren't exactly sure on what they wanna do, or they kinda wanna get into a sport, even like without the trying, pero may hesitation pa sila. Not just with sports, but in life. Is there any advice that you could give to people who are like that, who are struggling right now?
I think dapat mag-take sila kayo ng steps to help you give confidence, to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, no one's gonna believe in you. It starts with you. So if you wanna be an athlete, make that step. So stop eating junk food. Start running. You want to be an artist, pick up a pencil. So you just really have to believe in yourself.
Yeah, believe in yourself. Thank you for sharing with us your trials and tribulations, especially during the lockdown. Medyo intense yung mga nangyari sa'yo. You know, hindi ka man lang nasa Manila kung saan-saan ka pumunta at kung ano-ano ginawa mo. Thank you for sharing your adventure.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And if you want to see her works, just drop by. Can we do a quick plug on, you said you were working on a new series of artworks?
Yeah, so I'm making new artwork. So since I'm not flying right now, it's not flying based, it's more of my experience as an athlete. So as an athlete, you travel around, you stay in hotels a lot, and they all feel the same: white walls, white sheets. Until you look out the window, doon mo makikita kung what city you're in, kung ano yung culture. So my next series is about those window views.
Window views. Is there a title for that series?
Not yet. Not yet.
Work in progress pa siya. But that does sound beautiful. I mean, especially you, as an athlete, nakaka-travel ka not just around Manila or around the Philippines, but all over the world to compete. So, I'm sure napakaganda ng mga views na yon. Well, thank you. Thanks, Kat.
Thank you, Gabby.
I'm with Kat Andrews. I'm Gabby De La Merced, and this is Power.